Okay, so we're in the middle of December right now. There's a lot of movies out there for like award contentions and all that, and then there's Star Wars, and there's other movies, and there's Star Wars. But I think it's time for us to kind of start looking towards the future a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk about 5 movies to look out for in January of 2018. Let's get started. Nerd Theory. Number 1. Insidious, The Last Key. So, Insidious, they all have a common factor, and that's pretty much the Lynn Shay character of Dr. Elise Rainier. In this one, it seems like they're going into a more personal direction with this movie, as in what she's investigating this time around with her 2 guys is not only just kind of a haunting, but more of like a personal haunting, that being in her childhood home. It comes out January 5th. Number 2. I have a very specific set of skills, and it mostly involves getting into action sequences and moving vehicles. That was a terrible Liam Neeson impression. But having said that, The Commuter, that comes out on January 12th. Basically what this is, same director who did the picture Nonstop that had Liam Neeson and Julianne Moore on an airplane. This time we're on a commuter train. So what essentially is it's a businessman who gets caught up in this criminal conspiracy during a daily commute home. Has Liam Neeson in it once again, Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson, and Sam Neill. This looks like it could be a really good action movie. I actually liked Nonstop. I thought I was very entertained by it, so hopefully this one will follow suit. Number 3, Proud Mary. Now, did you watch Atomic Blonde and be like, hey, you know what, if they just threw a kid in here, it'd be a lot like The Professional? Well, I think that might be what kind of Proud Mary is going for. This movie has Taraji P. Henson, who plays Mary, who is a hit woman that works in Boston. And when one of her hits kind of goes awry, she runs into this adolescent boy, which kind of changes the flow of the movie. So to me, it seems like a good action movie with a really great actress, just like Atomic Blonde was. I don't want to compare too much because I'm sure it's vastly different, but it's also in a lot of ways like The Professional because now there's a child involved. So that comes out on January 12th. Once again, it has Taraji P. Henson, Neil McDonough, and Danny Glover. Number 4, The Leisure Seeker. Now I know this kind of seems like a weird choice, but I kind of want to make it a little bit lighter this time around. Okay, so The Leisure Seeker has Helen Mirren and Donald Sutherland, older couple. They get in their RV, which they call The Leisure Seeker, and they're making their way to Florida because she wants to take her husband to see Ernest Hemingway's house, which the Donald Sutherland character is a really big fan of. The big problem of all of it is that Donald Sutherland's character seems to have Alzheimer's, or something like it. I'm not sure what else other than that, just some sort of dementia in general. So she's trying to kind of grapple with that. She's trying to try to help him remember as best he can his family and his kids and all that. And in the meantime, he forgets where he is, and he kind of just he leaves her. There's a real funny scene in the trailer where he just flat out just leaves his wife, Helen Mirren. And so I think it's just one of those kind of light movies where there's probably a good amount of comedy in it, but there's a lot of heart in it too. So that's why I picked it as number 4. Number 5, 12 Strong. So this is basically based on a true story of the first Special Ops forces that went to Afghanistan after the events of 9/11. Out of all the other ones I could have chose, I chose this one because I feel like this movie is probably going to be way more important than the trailers making it look. There could be a lot of shoulder shrugs like, oh, great, another war movie set around the events of 9/11. Well, you know what? 9/11 was a big thing that happened to America. And so I like these type of movies, and I like what they're trying to say, and I like movies that test the human spirit. I'll just put it like that. So those are my top 5 for January 2018. There's other movies out there too. Which one are you excited for? Let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. There's a little icon in the upper left-hand corner. Please hit that button to subscribe. And with that being said, keep on being entertained as long as it's legal.